Good morning. I want to welcome everybody watching this morning. We do appreciate your being with us as we discuss these things on this program. If you like what we do, if you really enjoy this, if you like what we do, if you think that we're saying things that are pertinent to the conditions of the world right now and things that are pertinent to your life and encouragement to you, please go down and hit the like button down there and share it out. This is what, we have the ability to do on social media is share things and share it out. And that's the way it gets out to other people and goes forward. So if you like what we're doing, then hit the like button and then share it, because we do appreciate your participation. We appreciate you joining with us. And we're going to talk today about appearances and how important they are in the world we're living in today, and have been actually down through the ages. There's always been this idea of appearances. But what is behind all of the appearances? What is behind? What's running things? What is actually going on? I've said on this program before and other places that you can't give away something you don't own. And this is what Satan tried to do with Jesus. He said, if you'll fall down and worship me, you see all these kingdoms out here? The kingdoms of the world, I will give them to you if you will fall down and worship me. How can you give away something you don't own? So this idea that governments are godly, governments are always Christian, governments are this. No, I know we say, well, brother, that the communist governments aren't. No, but we think ours is, and we think others around the world are God ordained. This is where the kings got the idea that they were almost divine because they were given a God-given right.
It's a divine right.
A divine
exactly,
right to be a king. And so the answer is not in governments. Governments are not formed by Jehovah. They're formed by men. And not only that, I think that they listen much to the wrong voice. I don't think they're serving Jehovah. I don't think they're serving the Lord in any way, shape, or form. Now, to be sure, there could be people within that government that are. I don't know that. I don't know everybody in government. I don't know their personal lives. I know there's some of them that stand up for conservative views, and they're very adamant, and they're strong, and they're courageous people, men and women. But Christian, I don't know. I know that the other day, Pelosi's own archbishop chastised her and said some pretty mean things in a way, And so, if she's such a devout person of the church, then why is she being chastised severely by a bishop, an archbishop? And so, it's funny to watch all this play out. It's like a soap opera in a way. It just, you never know what's coming next. You never know where this is going to go or that's going to go or this is, and to watch all these factors come to pass. But I believe in all of it that the Lord is still in control. No matter what Satan thinks he's got.
Yeah.
The Lord's still in control of all this.
Today we're faced with, as you see on the screen there, appearance over substance. And we sit around and we think about, as we're listening to everybody talk today. And we're all trying to figure out, well, what's true?
Yeah.
What's right? What are my rights? Are they taking my rights? This is the conversation being had across the globe. Australia, they are forcibly putting people in their homes.
Yes.
In Europe, they're forcibly putting people in their homes. The French have had protest after protest. The UK, you're talking about human rights, okay? But we've heard recently in this country people like Dr. Fauci saying, you're just going to have to give up some of your personal freedoms. Mm-hmm. You're just going to have to give up, just a little. I think we're going to need to forego this. Well, for one, freedom is a loose term in my opinion. We should be talking about our rights. But once we talk about the rights of a human being who has given us those rights, and what are they? Are they as the Constitution has said, or are they something truly God-given? Can we just look around in nature and say, well, we have the rights because of the natural law and the natural order of things? Well, what is the natural order? Everybody today, I'm going to retract that. We always use this, everybody. It's not true. Majority. And we talk in generalities.
Yep.
Deal with appearance over substance. Because for one, many times, would you agree with this? Most people really don't know the truth or have a substantive understanding of themselves.
Well, yeah, that's true. For one thing, if you look through the years at, for instance, let's take the entertainment business. I've seen, I don't know how many documentaries and shows on this of the early stars that arose up, and how much the studios would enhance the appearance of these people. They did all kinds of personal appearances. They did things in newspapers and all. But how many of those people were actually what they appeared to be? If you actually got to know the person or saw the person behind, and the studios were constantly scared to death that somebody was going to find out the true nature of this person. Today we do the same thing. We see these rock stars and we see all these guys up on stage. How many of them have committed suicide? How many of them have said, man, I can't even find any reason for living? And yet the appearance, and everybody sits around and says, oh my God, what a tragedy. What a tragedy.
Well, and the other part of that, Dad, is we're fawning all over them, and then all of a sudden they're making all these political statements and social statements, and everybody goes, "Oh, that's so wonderful,"
right.
And you have no clue who that person is.
No, don't know him from nothing. Robin Williams.
Yeah,
he was famous. I mean, this guy was famous. One of the most popular stand-up comics in the history of the United States. An actor.
Right.
He made all kinds of movies. Ends up taking his own life. Well, and didn't believe in nothing. He got so despondent, he thought, well, I'll just end it. He got sick and said, I'm not going to deal with this. And so he just killed himself.
Right.
Well, and I felt bad about that. I'm not glad the guy did that. I mean, I wish he would have come to the knowledge of Jesus, because that would have helped him and probably saved his life. But the thing is the appearance he gave compared to what he actually was two different things totally.
Yes.
So you can't go, by appearance.
No, you cannot. And here's the thing. And let's, when you look at this, Jesus one day says to, when we're talking about, let's put it this way. We're made to think that the appearance of getting a shot makes you the good person.
Yes.
And now we've created this idea of good and evil, good being take the shot, bad being, oh no, you're horrible in society. Same thing, transgender, the LGBTQ community and all that. If you accept them, you're good. If you don't, you're evil. These are appearances, but where's the substance? Truth. These people have abortion, same thing. I heard the other day people talking about abortion as a gift. As a gift. So it's a gift to murder babies in the womb of a woman? Well, no, this is women's health. No, it's not. Where is the substance? See, we appearance is all you have to have in our society today.
Yep.
There is no substance. Science, we follow the science. If you follow the science, they'll change it tomorrow.
Yeah, which they've done how many times during this mess?
So where is the substance?
And there's even one woman that was trying to tell us, I think it was some congresswoman trying to tell us that Jesus wants you to get vaccinated.
No, that was the governor of New York.
The governor. Yeah, I knew it was a political person.
The new governor that took
Jesus
over from Cuomo.
wants you.
Yeah, God, I've been talking to God, and God wants it. God made these men make this vaccine so you could take the shot. Well, okay, I guess. But the appearance of these things, it's creating an appearance, and people then become afraid not to appear like they care.
Exactly. You're on the other side of the fence now, and it pits people against one another.
Yes.
I mean, you go out in society, it's been documented. I've seen it happen. Not personally seen it, but I know people that have had it happen to them. That in a store, I mean, people walk up to them and, why aren't you doing this? And why aren't you wearing a mask? And why aren't you, just people pitted against one another. And it's not kind either. I mean, it's bad feelings toward each other.
Right.
So people are being pitted against one another and all this kind of thing just over these nonsensical things.
It's crazy, Dad. And when, I'm going to look, I had this and I thought I'd put it up, but it's easy. Oops.
While you're doing that, Jesus said this, and they understand this. A house divided can't stand.
Yes.
So if their intent is to destroy the United States of America as we've known it through our lifetimes, then you must divide it. You must make a rift between the people, because that's the only way you can break down the society.
Right.
Because if everybody agrees, then you got a problem. This is what Constantine knew when he did what he did to get the pagans and the Christians to quit fighting each other and fight as one unit for him. And he did that. It was a master stroke in a way as far as politics are concerned. But Jesus said it. I mean, it's one of the wisest things that we've ever heard. A house divided cannot stand. They know this. Isn't that funny? They know this.
They do. And Jesus said something to the Pharisees of the day. And this is where I wanted to go to, because I think it's apropos, because it shows exactly the context of what we're talking about. And this isn't anything new for government. When I think we need to make sure we understand. When we say Pharisee, we always think of something in a religious form. But you have to know that the Sanhedrin were made up of Pharisees, Sadducees, Essenes, Levites, priests. It was all of this mixture that had created the government in Israel, because there was no king. Herod was not really...
Not like the early kings.
He was placed there by Rome. It came out of after the Maccabees and all the stuff there. He was kind of a de facto king. They were, whatever, Herod. But it was basically Rome. Okay? Herod took all the money and built palaces and basically did whatever he wanted. The Sanhedrin ran the government of Israel.
Yes, they did.
So this is what you're dealing with. And Jesus starts off in Matthew records this, and it's in the 16th verse. He says, "Woe to you, blind guides, who say, And this is his whole thought process. He keeps calling them hypocrites. But woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. This is in the third. For you shut the kingdom of heaven in people's faces. For you neither enter yourselves nor allow those who would enter to go in. And down here, this goes to what Dad and I are talking about. In the 27th verse, it says, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites. A hypocrite is an actor on a stage.
Yep.
We say a hypocrite. When you go to the Greek, this word we translate hypocrite. In the Greek, what Jesus was saying was, woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, you actors on a stage.
That's where Shakespeare got it.
Yes. How many actors on a stage do we have in our government and the governments of the world? The substance of these people is hidden, but you can know if you really look. Oh no, that Joe Biden, he is really working lunch bucket Joe. No, he's not. There is really no substance to the man because he has lied his whole life. Go look at the film. The guy's lied about his education. From the time he was in Congress, the man or the Senate has lied. There's no substance to this man at all. It's all appearance.
That's all it is.
And Jesus says here, for you are like whitewashed tombs, which outwardly appear beautiful, but within are full of dead people's bones and all uncleanness. So you also outwardly appear righteous to others, but within you are full of hypocrisy and lawlessness. Appearance over substance. We're the righteous ones. You need this. This is what Fauci's been saying. This is the whole scope of what we're seeing in our culture today. Appearance over substance. There is no more substance at all, Dad.
Not only that, look at them. How many times in the past year or so, now that it's been going on a long time, have the ones who are propagating all this been caught on film breaking what they tell us that we have to do?
Right.
And it's been shown, it's been on the news, it's been on TV, it's been all over social media. How many times have they been caught doing something that they told us we couldn't do?
Right.
The gal that runs Black Lives Matter just bought her fourth multi-million-dollar home. With what? Maybe all that money that the major corporations of America has given to them. How do you do all of that? How do you become rich by just being the leader of some small unknown organization out there that I don't even know if they pay dues, but somehow or another they got millions and millions and millions of dollars from some of our largest corporations in America.
Right.
And so, and she's out buying these multi-million-dollar homes, aggrandizing herself because she's so dedicated to the cause.
Exactly. Dedicated.
Oh, dedicated. I'm dedicated. I'll do whatever it takes to get that $1 million home.
And that's the point. There's no substance in this.
No.
And and the things they're telling you, where's the foundation of this in any kind of truth? You talk about these people are trying to do everything in secret. Everything you heard, if this is all true and it's so real and so beautiful and so great, why are they doing it in secret? Why are the schools hiding things from the parents?
Yes. And telling the children, don't tell your parents this.
Why is the government always doing things in secret and saying, no, we're hiding? Why are we hiding things? Where is the transparency?
Yeah.
You want to come hang out with me? I'll show you exactly who I am. I believe that Jesus is the way. This is it. There is, and the thing of it is, people think you're seeing me here. This is what you get. I got nowhere to run or hide to. The substance of who I am is who I am. We were talking before we came on, and I think this is, and I'm going to bring this to bear. And this is the tough part of it. We've heard in over the past, 20 years or maybe more, probably more than that, but it's really been prevalent in our modern age, the atheists, who have called God, called Jehovah everything negative that they can think of. And I'm not quite sure why. If you don't believe in him, what's the problem?
Yeah.
What's to argue against? Because we make science the absolute, while faith or Jehovah is relative to the context of your experiential, growing up, cultural climate. And science becomes the absolute. So we have to destroy the substance of creation, the substance of the universe, in order for people to take on the faith. And that's what it is, the faith, because faith is just something you're convinced of to support, to give yourself to. And this is what this boils down to. For science to become faith, you must destroy the other faith. But the problem is, you cannot. How many theories are still out there, Dad?
Bunches. And to your point, it would be like someone, say, and not just maybe a person, but a nation, say, okay, a nation's here. Here's another nation. They're at peace. There is no war. There is nothing. They don't even dislike each other. But all of a sudden, somebody over here begins to badmouth them.
Yep.
And try to discredit them.
Yep.
Take them down.
Right.
Why? They haven't done nothing to you. Well, there would be no reason in that. So to an atheist to stand up and try to convince people and war against something he don't even believe in, that doesn't exist. I know maybe that's not a very good example, but it's the only thing coming to mind. How am I going to war against this nation that has no animosity toward me at all? I mean, that's just stupid. That'd be just dumb. And so it's always amazed me how people that say I don't believe in God. Well, good. I mean,
Yeah, good luck with that.
Good luck with that, and go on, do your thing. But, if you don't, then why are you worried about it? It's like people have told me through the years, I don't believe in divine healing. Don't worry, it'll never happen to you. Don't
okay.
Worry. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Don't worry about it.
What's to argue about?
What are you fighting about?
See, and this goes to it, Dad. This is the point, and this is what we've done. We've made everything in the gospel soupy. Everything. If we're not crying every 5 minutes, I don't know that you're a Christian.
I know.
And I know that sounds terrible, and people go, "Oh, that's just mean, Brian." No, I'm not mean. I'm not a mean person. I am direct. I will tell you exactly what I think. I'm not cold. I really, truly care about people's lives. But if you want to hear something, if you don't want to hear the truth, don't ask me. Just don't. Because that guy, how can you say that? Because this is the truth. This is what people say, the vaccine or politics or this or that or whatnot. Here it is. I don't agree with transgenderism. I don't agree with homosexuality. I don't agree with the agendas of the government. I don't agree with evolution. I don't agree. I don't agree to disagree. That is not even in my purview. I just disagree. Period. We have bastardized, and that I use that word very, very strongly, the truth of love in the gospel. Because if you just have to love that person, and that all of a sudden we've just got, and it becomes accepting of what isn't, to where the other day the evangelical Lutheran church in America ordained the first transgender priest. What are we doing? No, that's wrong. It's just wrong. And you look, you can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can say that. I don't hate the person. See, but that's the thing. That's hate speech. No, it's not hate. I don't hate anybody. Hate isn't, I'm going to destroy. No, I just disagree, because the truth, the substance of my existence, the substance of mankind's existence says that is not the truth.
Well, we've had a few serial killers in our time, right? Like Jeffrey Dahmer and people like that have just gone out and just done terrible things. And almost all society, boy, just hate that guy. No, why don't you love him? How come that isn't right? How come that isn't good? It's not. He's evil. Yeah, no, he's evil. And I've seen this portrayed in film, and I've actually heard about it in real life. There are women that have fallen in love with these men.
Oh,
and they're berated. They're called names. They're called everything. How could you do that? How could you this? Well, wait a minute. Aren't we just supposed to love everybody? Isn't it okay? No, I don't. We don't. Don't worry about what they are.
I hate
who they
that
are.
guy. Yeah.
Don't worry about who they are, what they are, what they've done. It's okay. Now, how do we pick and choose that?
Because again, we have bastardized the term love.
Yes.
We've made it something that it isn't. We have no understanding of love. We have no understanding of truth. We have no understanding of the substance that makes these things what they are.
Yeah. Love isn't some ooey-gooey feeling. We've all had ooey-gooey feelings, and all that. That's not love. Love's a choice. I've said this for years. Love is a choice. It's not an emotion. It's a choice. I choose to love. I don't, because my emotions can go crazy throughout a day.
Yes.
I mean, from one emotion to another. And most people do. We'll have this emotion, that emotion. We get this, that feeling and all. But if you live by your feelings, you're going to be messed up.
And this goes to what Dad's saying. See, because from the beginning, then you look at the substance of existence itself. Let us go down and make man in our image and likeness. Then you understand the gift that's given. And when you look at the Hebrew concept of love, it is something given. The nature of Jehovah is love, is giving. That doesn't mean philanthropy and everybody, I just got to give some. Charity. If you go look at the King James, the term agape, the word agape from Greek is translated charity, which it's its most, that's really what it means.
That's the correct meaning.
But that doesn't mean we just give of our money and substance. What does it mean? What does that love mean? What do I have to give? Just because I give somebody some money, that's an appearance of love.
Yeah, you may hate them.
That's an appearance of love. See, we're talking about substance, but what's inside? Are we full of dead men's bones? Because that's what I see in our governments. That's what I see in our society, in our medical terms, everything. We get the shot. Well, what's in it? Well, it's a spike protein, but it's okay. Well, what's the side effects? Don't need to know that. What's that? Well, it's my body, my choice, isn't it? No, not today.
I think I said this before, but I was in a major box store. Never saw this in my life before, ever in my life. And I've been vaccinated. I have a smallpox vaccination. I've had a couple of tetanus shots through the years. But they have chairs now set up with signs on them. This is a post-waiting area.
Yeah.
After you're vaccinated to see if we're going to have any bad side effects. Now, wait a minute. I have never seen that in a doctor's office. I've never seen it in a store. Never seen it anywhere. These were in the pharmacy area where you can go get the vaccination. Then you have to sit in that chair and wait 15, 20 minutes to see if it's going to kill you or if you're going to have a bad reaction to it. I mean,
it's the truth.
That right there discouraged me.
Don't be fooled by appearance. Don't be fooled by the appearance of well, we're righteous. We're come to help you. Don't be fooled by that. Understand the truth of Jesus Christ. That's where we need to repent of what mankind has created in the world today and understand the truth. And if we're not looking for that, it's easy to be led astray by the appearance of things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amen?
Absolutely.
Folks, we hope you enjoyed today's segment, what we discussed, talked about. Please, again, as Dad said at the beginning, if you like what we're doing, please share it out. Leave a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Don't miss tomorrow. We're going to have Brother Jack Harris on talking about some very important issues happening around the world, what's happening in the Middle East. He's got boots on the ground, so to speak, as we discuss and talk about what's happening inside the Faith Loop. So we appreciate it. Everybody have a great day in the Lord, and always remember to give love
and give life
and give Jesus.